Hello, Madhvi and Srilata Vishwaja.
Hi, Ramu.
Yeah.
To hear your voice.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
hi Krishna.
Okay. What about Srilata? Okay. Shall we start the class?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So do you have any doubts on yesterday class?
ఎస్టర్డే క్లాస్ నేను ఇంకేం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడానికి కాలేదండి. ఈ రోజు చూసి నేను అడుగుతాను ఏమన్నా అంతే.
ఓకే షూర్. సో అది ట్రై చేస్తారా నిన్నటిది అది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయడం?
చేయలేదు రామకృష్ణ గారు.
ఓకే ఫైన్.
యా.
ఓకే సో ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టైం జస్ట్ ట్రై ఆన్ ఇట్.
ఏం లేదు, ఇంటర్వ్యూ వస్తుంది అంటే దాని మీద ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నాను. సో అందుకు ఇది పక్కన పెట్టిన.
ఓకే ఓకే నో ప్రాబ్లం నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే. Yeah. So yesterday where we stopped? Yeah. I think yesterday we stopped here, right? So actually no, this is not a 2's complement. This is a 1's complement of 2's complement. Sorry. So this is a complement of A in Python. So how do we know? First we have to calculate 1's complement. After that, for the 1's complement value, we have to calculate 2's complement. So it will be like CA equal to 60, right? So for 60, zero zero. So this is the value. So we have to find out the complement of this. One's complement means so we have to interchange zeros ones zeros. Hold on. And 0 0 1 1. Okay, this is a one's complement. But here for this we have to find out 2's complement. So again this we have to change it to 2's complement. First we have to change the bits like 0 0 1 1 0 0. For this we have to add 1. So as Madhvi said yesterday, so we have to calculate like this. So this will be like yeah. So now we have to calculate this one. Yeah. So the value is 61. Okay, so for complement we have to give negative sign. So it will be like minus 61. We have to change the sign. If it is a positive, we have to change the negative. Now we see 60 minus 61. Okay, so this is how internally it works to convert one's complement of this. Okay, this value. Yeah, so these are the operators. So and we missed one more operator. Those are like increment and increment operators. Okay, what are these increment and decrement? So normally if any other language like C and Java, you can see increment and decrement operators, but in Python you won't find these operators at all. So we can use like this. So normally what is increment? If you want to increment in the sense, if you want to increment the value to one position or next position, like for example a equal to 10, you want to increment this. That means a equal to a plus 1 or a plus 2. So we should increment. So for a plus 1 in Java or C in other language, what we'll do? We'll give like this, double plus, or if you want to decrement, we'll use a minus minus. If you give a plus plus, that means a equal to a plus 1. If you give a minus minus, that equal to a equal to a minus 1. Okay, so a plus plus equal to a plus 1, a minus minus equal to a minus 1. Okay, so normally in other languages these operators will support, but in Python we can't use these two. Instead of these, what we'll do, we'll directly give like this, a equal to a plus 1 or a equal to a minus 1. So these two it won't available in Python. Okay, for this we have a simplification, right? What is the simplification? We can use like this, a plus equal to 1. This means a equal to a plus 1 and a minus equal to 1. That means a equal to a minus 1. For increment and decrement we can use like this. There won't be any specific operator. Okay? Yeah. So now yeah. So these are the operators. So next we'll discuss about decision making. Decision making and loops. Okay, we'll see those. See, we have a equal to some 100. So if you want to find out, if you want to decide such that if a equal to 100, if you want to do some operation, if a is not equal to 100, if you want to do some operation, so for this we need some conditions. So for if you want to decide any this particular decision, we need those decision making classes. Those we'll discuss now. Those are like if class, or else, if else, and else if. Okay, these are like decision making classes. Okay, we'll discuss those now. Okay, so first we'll discuss about if. See, if class. So the syntax is like this: if, condition, and colon, and statements. Okay, the syntax will be if. What is the condition? Condition we have to give. If A. So conditional operators we have to use. See, if you want to compare those, we can use these operators, conditional operators, and so these bitwise operators we can use, and these not in operators is not. So these are all the operators we can use in condition or expression. So now, so if you want to compare this value with some other, or if you want to see whether it is a greater than 2 or less than 2, you can use it. So condition will give like if A equal to 100. So this is the condition we have to make. Next column, syntax, enter, and we have to make the proper indentation for if block. Either we should give 3 spaces, okay, 2 spaces or 3 spaces or more than that. I'm just giving one statement, print statement, print A is 100, some value I'm just, some statement I'm printing. Next, if you want any other statement, you can give print inside if. Okay. See, if you want to close this if class, you can come out here and you can give print if ended. Okay. See, the indentation should be same. Once you close the indentation from here, then it will think that that if is ended up to here, then this is some other statement. Okay, this is out of if, so it will be like if. See, normally in other language we will write code here like this, but here in Python we have to give indentation. Okay, like this. So if I execute this one, what we are expecting the output? First it will check a equal to 100. A is 100, correct, it is true. Then it will go inside and it will execute these statements. A is 100 and A inside if, and it will come out the if, it will execute the next statement. Okay, what is that? If ended. So these 3 strings has to print. Let's see now. Correct. First one A is 100, next inside A, next print if ended. Okay, so this is how we'll use if class. And here is some flow diagram. The flow chart is like this. So the condition, if the condition is true, then it will go inside the conditional statements. If condition is false, if it fails, directly it will go to the next statement. So here, if condition is true, it will go here. If condition is false, it will jump to here. It won't execute this particular code. Okay, we'll make a reverse. If A equal to 10, so A is not 10, then condition won't satisfy. This will come out. This particular piece of code should not execute. See now. Yeah. See, it didn't execute. It directly jumped to the next statement. If ended. Okay. So that is a if class. Okay. Next, we'll go to the if else. So this is similar to if. We'll give condition if and condition, and again column statements else. If the condition is if condition is false, then if you want to give any else statements, if it fails, what to do? So then you can mention like this. In else block, you can mention the statements. Okay. The flow diagram is like this. If condition is true, then it will go the if code, whatever you give the statements. If condition is false, again it will ask else part. Else section you can mention. Okay. So I'll give the logic now. if a equal to 10. Okay, I'm just copying this again. If a equal to 10, a is 10 inside if. Again we have to come back to the indentation. We have to give here. So this indentation should be same. Where we started I, the same indented we have to start else. Okay, again, sorry, else colon, enter. Again we have to give spaces, indentation. Now when a is not 10. Okay, inside else. This is outside else. Yeah, so now see, if a equal to 10, this particular statements will execute. Else if a is not equal to 10, then it will execute these statements. So after both the complete, then it will go here. Okay, so we'll run this now. See, this is the first statement. Next, a not equal to 10. So this condition is fails, then it will go to else part and this will execute. A is not 10 inside else, and after that outside if else. We'll see the output. A is not 10 and inside else and outside if else. Okay, so that is how we have to give. Okay, that is if else. Next, else if. Okay, so we have more conditions, like if a equal to 10 we have to give few statements, else if a equal to 5 we have to give some statements, else similarly if you want to run this kind of statements we can use else if. So how it will be, if a equal to 10, print a is 10. Okay, so again else, for else if this is the syntax, elif condition we have to give. So this is the condition, if condition 1 and give some statement, elif condition 2 and give statements. If you have more else ifs you can give the same, elif condition 3 statements. Similarly if you want else statements, else you can give. Else means if this condition true it will execute here, else if this condition is true it will execute here. If there is if it won't match with any of these conditions, then it will come to else part. Okay, yeah, so else if a equal to 5, print a is 5. Okay, if you want to give more conditions, if a equal to 100, print a is 100, else if it is if a is not 10 and if a is not 5, if a is 100, then it will go here, else print you can give a is some a is 100, you can give anything. Okay, you can give whatever you want. So like this. So first it will check from here, if a equal 10 it will go here, A is not 10, then it will go to here. If A equal to 10, this entire piece it won't execute, because if this condition fails, it will go here. So A is not 10, then obviously it will go here. Again it will check A equal to 5. No, then it won't execute this code. And again it will go here. A equal to 100. Yes, then it will execute this particular code, this particular statement. A is 100, it will print. If A is not equal to 100, then it will go to else part. Okay, we will execute now. See, A is 100. The executing only this, it's not executing this. So let's say I will give 101. Okay, then it won't execute this part and this part and this part also. It has to come to else part, because these three statements are, these three conditions failed. Enter now. See, A is 100, we have to differentiate, right? So we give A is 100. You can see A is 100. It is printing else part. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So these are else if and else. Now one more, nested if. Nested if in the sense, if you want to use if condition within one more if condition. If in if. So if you want to use the nested if, so this is the syntax. You can use one top if condition and you can give some statements, and inside if condition 2 you can give, and again statements. If you have else part you can give inside, and after that you can give the same indentation. If you want to give for outside if clause, you have to give the same indentation. Again you can give the some statement. Okay, so I'll show that. Yeah, so we have 100 number, A equal to 100. Okay, if you want to find, we have to find out whether 100 is 100 is in between some 1 to 1000. Okay, so we have to find out, you give some number, that number within the range of 1 to 1000. Okay, we have to calculate, it should be in 1 to 1000. Okay, for this we will write if A uh, if A is greater than 1 and A is less than 1000. Okay, so there are one more operator, N or R. I think I missed here. Okay, N or. So AND is nothing but if you give two conditions, like condition 1 and condition 2. If you use AND operator, if this is true and this is true, if both are true, then it will execute the particular code. So we can give like this. If you keep OR, if any one condition true, if any one condition satisfies, then it will insert the loop, it will insert the condition. Okay, I'll show you now. If A is greater than 1 and A is less than 1000, that means A should be greater than 1, so A is 100, so it is greater than 1 and this is true, and A is less than 1000, 100 is less than 1000, yes, this is also true, then it will go inside this. You can say A is in between 1 to 1000. Okay, and inside okay. If A is between 1 to 1000, then we have to check whether A is divisible by 2 or not. Okay, so we are using inside if condition. If A is within the range of this one, yes, it is satisfied. We can give A is divisible by 2 or not. For that, how we will check? A modular 2. If modular 2 equal to 0, the value of A modular 2 equal to 0, that means A divided by 2 is possible. Then you can give again 3 indentation. Print A is divisible by 2. Okay. If you want else part, if A is not divisible by 2, if you want to give something, you can give in else section. If A is not divisible by 2. Now, see, if A is within the range of 1 to 1000, then we have to execute again. If A is divisible by 2, we want to execute this, else we have to execute this. So similarly, if A is not within the range of 1 to 1000, if you want to print something, if you want to execute something, you can write the piece of code here. A is out of 1 and 1000. Okay, yeah. So now if you execute this now, if you execute this, so what it will do? A is 100 we give. So A greater than 1 and A less than 1000, then it will go here. A is in between 1 to 1000. This statement should execute. Next, again it will check A modulo 2 equal to 0. If it is 0, it will execute here, else it will execute. Okay. After that, if A is not greater than 1 and A is not less than 1000. So this condition, I mean A is within the range of 1 to 1000, then it won't execute this. Okay. So what we are expecting, this statement should print first, then this statement, because A modulo 2 equal to 0. So we'll run now. See, there is one error. The line number 31 and 2. Indentation error. Okay, so we have to give proper spaces actually. So we can give 2 or 3 spaces or more spaces, or you can give tab, but it should follow the same. If you give here 3 spaces, then the indentation should be 3 space. Maybe somewhere I give invalid spaces, so that's what it's showing indentation error. So you can follow the same. You can give it tab for all, or else you can give the spaces, 3 space here, and again if you give 3 space here, then the all statements will follow the same indentation. Okay, yeah. So if I execute now, see, A is, so to this right, so using differentiation. Yeah, so A is 100, so within the range of 1 to 1000, then this will execute the first line. A is in between 1 to 1000. Next, inside it will check A percentile 2 equal to 0. It is 0, then it will go here, A divisible by 2. Yes, so else won't execute, and this also it won't execute. Okay, so instead of that, if we give A equal to 2, okay, we gave outside range, then this condition won't execute, then it will go to directly, it will jump to else part, then this print statement should execute. It will print A is out of 1 and 1000. Okay, you see now, see, A is out of 1 and 1000. Yeah, so this is how we can use nested if conditions. If you want a condition inside in a particular some condition, so you can use. Okay, if again, if A equal, if A divisible by 2 also, again if you want to verify something like what is the number, if you want to verify that, again you can give one more if condition here. If A equal to 2 again, so instead of that, if A divided by 2 also, then if you want to check A is divided by 0, print A is divisible by 5. Okay, we can use inside if like this, inside if, inside if, inside if. So we can use similarly. So now we'll execute this. You know this won't execute this part, it will come out. Then we have to give 1000. If we give 100, this will go inside, and again this will go inside. It will print the statement. Again it will come here. A modulo 5 equal to 0. It is true. Then it will go here. You see the output now. See, first statement, next this one, and next this one. Okay, so this is how we can use nested if, inside if, inside if. Okay, so is it clear now? Hmm. Hello.
Yes, Krishna.
Yeah, so is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Srilata, are you clear with this? If and else if and else part and nested ifs.
Yes, Krishna. But the thing I want to ask you is, do you have to maintain this spaces? I mean, can't we write everything in, I mean, line after line?
No, we can't write. So we have to maintain
Okay.
proper indentation. So if you give two space here, so
Mhm.
I gave one tab here. Okay.
Okay.
Instead of that, you can give three spaces. 1, 2, 3. I gave three spaces now. So if
Uh-huh.
for this entire statements, so whatever you want to put in this particular if class, you have to maintain same indentation. So the next statement also you should give three spaces. Okay. If you give I mean, if you not give proper indentation, so I reduce one space here, then it will treat that the statement it ended from here only. Again, it will check. So this is improper indentation. Then it will throw the error. Okay, either
Oh,
you should keep in proper indentation or else you should end it. If you make like this, so this is one if condition. Then this is another if condition.
okay.
Okay, so yeah.
Mhm.
So in this actually we have to maintain proper indentation. So that is one of if you come from other language, if you come from C language or Java, so this is the problem you will face initial days. So you have to adjust with this indentation. Okay. Actually, there are IDEs like Notepad++ or Eclipse or VI editor. There you can give tab alignment. Okay. If you give tab, it will come proper indentation. If you not give a proper indentation, it will throw a error. So similar like if I give like this, so it will show this if is executing from here only. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can see this one. If I hide this entire piece of code is in this particular class. If I hide this, so if
Okay.
use IDs, it will throw the error. Okay. Or
Okay.
else we have to check manually. If you run it, it will throw the error. You will get runtime error. Okay. That is how we got before. We missed the indentation, then we got the error. Okay.
Okay.
Are you clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then next we'll go to the loops. Okay. So these are the condition making. Now we'll discuss about loops. Loops will use while loop and for loop. Okay. So those are like we create a new file while and for loop. Yeah. So if you want to check whether see, let's say we'll take a 100. If you want to check whether 100 is the value is 100 or not, we can use condition. So similarly, if you want to run the loop, if you have 10 values, you want to find out, so all 10 values are divisible by 2 or not. So you have to run in a particular loop. I mean, so we have to iterate it. We have to get we have to get value one by one, and we have to check. So this we have to check in a loop wise. Then we can use loops. So those are like while or for. Okay. So first we'll see about while. So this is the syntax. While we have to give the condition, and colon, and you can give the statement. Okay, the flow is, it will be like this. While it will check the condition, if condition is true, it will if condition is true, it will execute the code, inside the code, and again this will be loop, right? Again it will come to the condition, it will check. If a condition is fails, then it will come out the loop. Okay, if condition at not fails, again it will go here, and again it will execute. So this is how it will run. The loop wise it will run the code. Okay, until the condition is fails. So now see, a equal to 10 I gave. Okay, so we have to give a condition, right? So while a equal to, sorry, while a equal to 10, I'm just printing a is 10. Yeah, if you give like this, what will happen? It will come here while a is 10. Yes, a equal to 10. This will print, and again it will go here, condition a equal to 10. So we are not changing the value, so always a equal to 10, and it will execute, again it will go, execute, again it will go. So this loop, it won't come out, so this will call it as an infinite loop. Okay, if you enter this, it keeps printing a is 10, a is 10, a is 10, because we are not executing this loop. So for this, after printing the statement, what we have to do? A equal to uh, a plus, sorry, a equal to 12. Okay, so initially a equal to 100, yes, it will print this statement, again it will execute this statement, a equal to 12. Then next it will go here. So a we made it as a 12, right? Then it will check a equal to 10, no, then it will come out here, print on top by. Okay, so we'll execute now. See, so this occurred only one time, because we change the value, a equal to 10 we made it. Okay, instead of that, so what we'll do, okay, you take a value is 1. If a is less than, see, we want to find out um, the numbers which are divisible by 2 uh, up to 10, 1 to 10. Okay, so I want to find out 1 to 10 which are the numbers divisible by 2. Those numbers I want to print. For that, how will is, I'll give the condition a equal to 1, I just initialize, while a less than 10, it will execute here, and okay, and say file. Next I'll give the condition, if a modulo. See, these conditions we can use inside while also. Whatever we discussed before, these decision making classes, if else, we can use inside loops. Okay, I want to make a divisible modulo 2 equal to 0. I want to print those numbers. Print a. Okay, print a. Okay, so if you run this, what will do? First a equal to 1, it will check the condition, while a less than 10, yes, 1 is less than 10, and it will print, and 1 divided by 2 is not equal to 0, then it won't print. Okay, then again it will go here, and again it will keep it will be like unlimited, again it will come here, and again it will go. So what we have to do, we have to increase the value. Okay, so we have to verify 1 to 10. So here what will do, a equal to a plus 1. So now a is 1 here, so once it will execute, then a equal to a plus 1, that means 2, then it will go here 2 less than 10. Yes, inside while I'll just print a also so that we can get. Okay, a modulo 2 is 0, 2 by 2 is 0, then it will print a. Okay, so next a equal to a plus 1, 3. So 3 by 2 is not possible, then it will go here. So 4, 5, 6. Similarly, it will run the loop until 10. If a equal to a plus 1, if a equal to 10 plus 1, 11, it will check 11 less than 10, false. Then it won't execute, it will come here. So the loop is ended here. Then it will print this one, print out of while. Okay, we'll see that now. See, first one, a is 1, 1 is less than 10, so it printed inside while, and a value is 1. So a modulo 2 equal to 0. This is false, so it didn't execute print statement. Again it came out a equal to a plus 1, so it incremented 2 value. Now you can see inside while is 2, so 2 modulo 2 equal to 0, then it printed 2. Okay, next a equal to 3. Now 3 is not divided by 2, then 4, so 4 is divided by 5, 6, 8, similarly. Okay, so coming 10, see a equal to 10, so it went here 10 less than 10, it's not possible, then so it's a false, so it didn't execute the statement, it come out of while loop, then it printed this out of while. But what do you want? If you want to print 1 to 10 including 10 also, but we are not getting 10 here, then we can give the condition less than or equal to 10. Even if you want to accept 10 also, then you can give a less than or equal to 10. Now execute it. See, 10 also to execute. Once 10 plus 1, 11, 11 is not less than or equal to 10, then it will come out of while loop. Okay, yeah, this is how we can use while loop. Okay, now we'll see for how to use a for. So this is the first syntax. So for when we'll use if you have 10 elements, so if you have one string s equal to Python. Okay, you want to get characters, how many characters in this particular string. If you want to get all characters, and if you want to do something with a particular character, and if you want to run in a loop, you can use for. So like this, for iterating variable, you can give anything in a particular sequence. Here you can use sequence or list or tuple. In coming classes we'll discuss about list and tuple, so that you will get more idea on this. Okay, right now you can give string also. So if you want to retrieve character, okay, so again you can give colon and indentation, and you can give the statements. So this is the syntax. The flow diagram will be like this. For it is getting a value in the sequence. So first we have to get item for item 1 in a sequence, then execute some statements, and it will go to item 2, execute statements, item 3, item 4, item 4, like that. So once it reaches the end of the sequence, then it will come out of the for loop. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so Python, so s equal to Python, for this, how it will store, the sequence is P Y T H O N. Okay, we'll use for. So previously we discussed about in, right, in class, in operator. Okay, we'll use the same now. Yeah, for I we'll take anything, for I in yes. Okay, so this will take one by one. First P will take, and next Y, next T, next H, next O, next N. Okay, you have to give print inside for loop and print I. Okay, I'm going to print that value. Next, out for loop. Okay, so it will iterate this whole characters. So once it reaches the end of the character, it will come out of for loop. We'll do it now. See, for loop here, first I in S. So this is the sequence it will become. First it got P, inside for loop it printed P. Next it will go here, it will pick the next value Y, next T, next H, next O, next N. So N is last, so it will execute the for loop and it will come out here, print out of for loop. Okay, the same like while loop, if you want to print some condition here. So if the character is T, if I equal to T, okay, print I is T, something. Similarly, I am using one condition inside this. So when it reaches T, this statement should execute. Let's see now. See, inside for loop, I is T and T. So it executed inside this condition. Similarly, we can use inside if or else, else conditions, and if else. So nested if, anything you can use inside a for loop. Okay, so this is for loop. Uh, so for loop we'll use mostly with respect of lists and tuples. So at the time of those classes we'll get more idea on for loop. Okay, yeah. Next, uh, similarly nested loops. So nested loops are nothing but loop inside loop. So you can put while inside while, or for in for inside for, or for inside while inside for. So you can use any kind of things. So the syntax will be like this. So first for variable in a sequence, and inside one more for loop, and you can use inside some statement. So the indentation you should make. So which is inside and which is outer. Okay. Similarly while also. While condition. So this is one more inside while, and this is outer. The indentation you should make properly. Okay. I'll show you now. Okay, we'll take the same example. Yeah. So this will give two divisible numbers from 1 to 10, no? So inside while loop, I'll use one more while. While a less than, yeah. So what I'm doing now, so first I'm getting 1 to 10 values. So in a for loop from 1 to 10 while loop I'm getting. So inside while I'm just initiating b equal to 1, so while b less than or equal to 10 I'm printing b, and b also I'm iterating. So first one it will pick, and again this loop will run. Once this loop it completes, then a will increment, then it will go here, again it will come, and again it will print 10 numbers, again it will go. So similarly this loop will continue until this outer loop will ends. Okay, we'll see now. See, I gave more, so I will give two numbers, 5. Okay, first inside while 1, and this loop will execute 1 to 5, b equal to 1, b less than or equal to 5, print b equal to b plus 1. So it will go here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it goes to 6, 6 less than or equal to 5, this is false, then it will come out and a equal to a plus 1, and it will go here this outer while loop, and inside while 2 again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, at last if this also fails, then it will come to out of this while loop, print out of while is got executed. So it depends on the indentation you should give. So indentation will tell that where is inner loop, where is outer loop, so you should give properly. If you give any invalid indentation, it will fail. So for example, if you remove one space here, if you give like this, it will throw the error, it will say that indentation error. indentation error at b equal to b plus 1. Then we have to, sorry, yeah. So this is how we can use nested while loop. Similarly, you can use for also. Okay, you can give for I in S. Again, you can give for here. If we can give any string, you can retrieve the values one by one. Okay, or else you can use for inside while. Give one more. Like, okay, so I'll give one program. Okay, so what I want is s equal to same thing Python. So I want to print output like this. So we have to take all characters from this string and we have to add so like p. So I want to print the output like p test. So I want to add this tester string to the p character. It should be like p test and y test and t test and h test. Okay, you want to print the output will be, okay, you want to add this test string to the all characters. So for that we have to use nested loop. First what we have to do, we have to get for I in as we used as above, we can give the same yes. Okay, so this will print I. You can take that inside for loop and you pick the I. Okay, we got I. Now we have to add test string to the I. Okay, so not this one actually. Okay, so for each character we have to add 1 to 5 numbers. Let's say p1 and p2 and p3. Okay, so you want to print like this. Similarly by 1 and by 2 and by 3. Okay, I want to print this kind of output. Okay, so we are taking all characters and here, so 1 2 3 1 2 2 1 2 3 we have to add it. So what we'll do, a equal to 1, we can run one while loop here, while a less than or equal to 3, so up to 3, right, less than or equal to 3 and print so okay, print I, right, we have to print I value I comma a. Okay, so what this will print, I is first character p and this will be 1, p1 it will print. Now we should increment the value a like this, a equal to a plus 1. Okay, so this will continue up to 3, so p1 p2 p3 it will print. Next it will go here and now okay, See, first it will pick P and P1, P2, P3 it will print. Next it will go here. Next it will take next character Y, Y1, Y2, Y3. Similarly, it will continue up to N. Okay, we'll see that now. See the output is nested for loop P, P1, P2, P3, Y, Y1, Y2, Y3, T, T1, T2, T3, H, H1, N up to N, and after that N, it got N. So like this. Okay, so for this kind of problems we have to use inside loop inside a loop. Okay, again if you want you can run one more loop inside this while. For inside for you can use while inside while, for inside while in for. Any combination you can try, it depends on the requirement. Okay, yeah, so are you clear with these loops? Srilata?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it clear now for loops?
Yeah.
Okay, so Madhavi and Vishnuja.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Krishna. Yeah, fine.
Okay, so now actually we have one more with for, so we can use for like this, and we can add else class to these loops for or while. Okay, I'll show you that now. Okay, so the else syntax like this, for and while we can give as this for iteration in the sequence and statements else. If for ends, so in the statement of else you can give some statements. Similarly while also. So I'll show you now how to use. Okay, for example, for I in S, print I. Okay, so this will continue up to N. Okay, once it reaches end, else it ends. If it ends for loop, you can give some statements here inside else. Okay, yeah, so this will print up to P to N, and after that this will execute. Yeah, PYTHON and inside else. Okay, so like this you can do. Even you can attach this else to while also. You can, yeah, here while a less than or equal to 3, you can print. In the else part you can give else, you can give the sum statements. Okay, so now you might get some doubt. So what is the difference between else and if you remove else? So if you give like this also, the functionality will be the same. So this will also print end of this for loop. Okay, so for this I'll give you the clarity. So we need to discuss a few more things. So after that I'll give you the clarity on the difference. Yeah, yes. So we have a few more words like loop control statement. So we are running loop. So in the running loop you can control it, whether you can continue or you can skip it. Okay, so let's say if you use for loop, so this will be continue up to n once it reaches the last element. Okay, in between if you want to stop it, if you want to break it, so like you want to print up to T, you don't want to print up to N, you want to print up to T. If you reach T, you want me to break the loop. Okay, for that we have a one control statement. So that is like so these statements will be used for that purpose. Okay, first break. So what this break will do in the loop, if you meet some particular condition, you can say break the loop. I mean, you want to skip the loop, you don't want to execute from next you don't want to continue the loop, then you can use break. Okay, I will show now. Okay, so for I in yes print I, we are printing all character, and so that is a Python, right? So before that we can print string. The string is Python. Yeah, print I if I equal to t. So I want to print up to t. I don't want to print whole lines, whole characters. Okay. Okay, I don't want to print whole characters, so I want to print up to t. So if I equal to t, so if I meet I, so I want to skip this loop. So for that, what we'll do, break. We can give print in the loop. Okay, yeah, if I equal to t, I'm just printing skipping the loop and break. So if you give break, it will come out the loop, it won't continue. I mean, it will come out the loop and okay, it will end here. Okay, now we'll see. So what this output will print, I p y t. Once it meets t, it will break, it will come out of this for, and this has to print. We'll see now. See, Python the string p y t, skipping the loop, and okay, so this is how we can run. Okay, similarly while also you can give while inside you can give some condition and you can give break. If you give like that, while will break, it will come out of while. Okay, so using break statement, you can break some particular loop if the particular condition meets. Okay, you can break it. So now here I will tell this class else. Yeah, okay, so normally this is up to this is a for loop. Once for loop ends, once for loop executes, then this statement will execute. Okay, so what is the use of else here? So what we are doing, we are getting up to t and we are getting break. So we are breaking this for loop, then this else part also it won't execute, it will come here. This else part, when it will execute, once this loop completes, it will execute else. So even though if it completes this also, then it will go to the next statement. Okay, so that is the difference between normal and else. So if you see now, this won't execute, but if you not give break, give continue and just give inside else. Okay, So even though if it completes for also, if you want to make some conditions, we can give here. So mostly we won't use this else spot, we'll directly use it. So if you have such kind of requirements, we can use else spot. Similarly, you can use this else spot with while also. Okay. So this is how we'll use break. Now we'll see one more. Now we have one more like continue. So what this continue will do? So continue is nothing but you can give same like break. Same like break. So if you give continue, this won't execute next piece of code inside the loop. This will go to it will continue the loop from here. I will give that. So print as for I in if I equal to t, if I equal to t, I will give continue. Okay, I will give print test. So I want to execute this statement. So normally it will print I and let execute the statement. So you see now, if you not give this continue, what will happen? So it should print I, and if I equal to t, it will print the statement and test. This statement also should execute. See now. See p test y test t continue the loop and test like this. Okay. Yeah. So if we say continue and up to n it printed, right? So if you say continue, if it matches this particular condition, if this condition satisfies, continue means it will directly go to the for loop. It will pick the next value. It won't execute this part. We'll see now. So this should print up to t continue the loop, and after that t it should not execute test. It will go to y t after t h, or it will go to h I equal to I not equal to h, then it will execute test. See p test y test t didn't execute test because we gave continue, then it will go here and it will pick the next element h test o test n, and after run it ended the for loop. Okay, so that is the use of continue at particular condition. You can say that the next conditions next statements, if you don't want to execute, you can give continue and it will go to the, it will pick the next value. Okay, so that is the use of continue. And we have one more pass. So we have a special purpose. We have this is a special actually. This is a completely different uh, between this break and 10 minutes. So break and continue. So why we need pass? So let's say we have set of code. This pass, if you give pass, you can give here only. You can give pass. Okay. So if you feel, so syntactically you need this statement, but Python won't execute this and it won't do anything. Okay. So this is simply syntactically we are adding, but if you execute, nothing will happen. This won't execute this particular code and it will go to this and it will continue. Okay, then why you need this pass? In the section of modules, so I'll give you more clarity on pass. Okay, so I'll tell you, but you may not understand now. At the discussion of module functions, so we'll get more clarity on pass, why we require. So let's say we had okay, so we have defined one function. Okay, until here. Okay. Yeah. INS, and you want to execute some piece of code here. Okay, if you say pass here, okay, you want to execute, I mean you want to write some logic or some statement here. So unfortunately you don't want to do now, you want to do after some time, but that statement should not disturb other code. So if you leave like this, it will throw an error, but it should not throw error, it should execute. But later point of time, after some time, or you can give to somebody, they can change, they can add this particular code, then you can give pass. Okay, so what this pass will do, syntactically it requires, because if you not give anything it will throw error, but if you give pass it will treat that this is a statement, but it won't do anything. Okay, so we'll see now. See, you can say some print from here, under and pass under. Okay, so it won't execute in this particular code. Okay, I mean it won't execute, and it will execute this for loop for test. If you want, if you give this statement will execute, but this one it won't execute. Yeah, test it printed how many times, p by s. Okay, so we are not printing those values, we are printing test. Instead of p we are printing test. Okay, so we are giving pass, so nothing will do here. So the use of pass, I'll give you one more. So let's see, you and I mean you and me are working, I mean we are writing one step. So I will write some piece of code, so after that we have to start it and we have to complete that. Okay, in that case what I'll do, I'll just initiate for loop or while loop or some functions. I'll just initiate it and I'll give pass here. Okay, I'll give pass and I'll execute my code. Okay, so after giving to you, what you have to do, so this is like half complete, it didn't complete fully. You can remove the pass and you can write your code. If you want to place this particular section, you can place it. Okay, so if I run that, it won't throw error because syntactically it requires, but it won't execute. So after you do modification, you can remove this pass and you can execute your code. Okay, that is how we'll use this pass. So mostly while defining a functions we can use it. So let's say we need to define 10 functions, so I'll define the names and I'll give pass, so somebody has to implement it. So they can take the script and instead of pass they can write their own code inside the functions. Okay, so for those purpose we can use password, uh, pass statement. Okay, yeah, so okay, so that is how we'll use break, continue and pass. Now single line statements. Okay, normally, so if you take any if condition, so okay, so normally I will do a equal to 100 if uh, a divided by, will give 10, a divided by 10 equal to 0, print is divided by 10. Yeah. So if I execute this, what will print? A, it will check A divided modulo 10 equals 0, then this will print the statement. And we can write int inside it can print some statements. If we execute this, yeah, yeah, A is divided by A is divided by 10 and inside it two statements. So how many lines we are writing for this? 1, 2, 3. So 3 lines we are writing for this particular condition if clause. So instead of this we can write in a single line. So how do that? We can remove this and you can give a one line. This is one line statement. Okay. If you want to join one more statement here, you can give semicolon and you can add it. Okay. So one line, this is a single line, but this will execute if this condition print A is divided by 10 and inside it. Okay, like this. If you change the condition, it should not execute these two. If it satisfies this condition, it will go inside and it will execute these two statements. So that is a single line. Similarly, you can use for loop also. So like for I in, instead of string you can give like this also, test. So there we defined s equal to Python and we gave s. So instead of that, I am directly giving the string. Print I. Okay, T-E-S-T. So this is two lines. So I want to include like this, single line. Okay. The behavior is same, but you can write in a single line. Okay. So mostly if it is like two-line statement, so two-line statement we can avoid this and you can give it a single line. If it is having multiple statements, so better you can keep like this. You can keep like this. So that's your wish. If you feel to minimize the lines of code, you can give single line statements. Okay, so that is the use of single line. Okay, I think we are enough for today class. Okay, so do you have any doubts on this loops and conditions and the single line statement and those control statement? Sorry. Hello.
Krishna, I'm fine with this.
Okay, so Madhavi, you are fine with this.
Yeah.
Okay. Srilata and Vishwaja?
Yes, Krishna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. Just I think Madhavi, you might aware of all these things, but only thing you need to know the syntax.
Yeah, it's just the syntax and the indentation. That's it. Rest
Yeah.
all is the same.
Yeah, rest everything I think you're okay with that. But Srilata and Madhavi, you just go through these things. So how to use looping things and all. So in coming classes, we'll regularly will use those things. Okay, we'll just take a one program or any problem and we have to solve it. Okay, you can try with this conditions like so you can take 1,000 numbers. So you want to pick how many even numbers, how many odd numbers. Okay, you just try to create a script to find out with respect of 1 to 1,000. So how many odd numbers, how many even numbers. Okay,
Okay.
Try to write a program with using these conditions or loops. So whatever we discussed till now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll continue the class tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.